What up, everybody? It's your boy JR Reviews, incorporated back at another video. Here to bring you another Joshua Reviews, JRI Reviews, sorry. Bring you another video, another movie review. This time on a very underrated John Carpenter film. As you know, John Carpenter created Halloween, the movie Vampires, The Thing, or he did the remake of The Thing, which is well the better version of The Thing actually is what it's been told, the 1980 version, and Halloween. But this movie actually came out a year after Halloween, and the year after Halloween 2 came out, and that is John Carpenter's 1980 film The Fog. Now, if you don't know what The Fog is about, it's basically in Antonio Bay, California, is in this town in Antonio Bay. They're celebrating their 100-year anniversary. Meaning they've been around since 100 years. 100 years ago, actually they say in the church, 100 years ago, between between midnight and 1, a ship carrying people from a plague colony of leprosy were coming into, because the leader of this colony did not want to be off in this other island that was off the coast anymore, because he wasn't great for his people there. So what he was going to do was he was going to go move into Antonio Bay, but separate himself from the rest of the colonists in Antonio Bay and move over to another side of Antonio Bay, like more secluded, so they wouldn't get caught. It wouldn't cause any disease. The problem with that would be, in Ontario, is that they also were carrying gold and all that type of good shit. So what happened was, the townspeople really didn't want people with leprosy even near them, even in the same island or town or wherever, even if they were going to be secluded. And what they did was they light a huge ass fire on the beach, causing them to crash their ship. And when they crashed the ship, they went in the week, or the people found the gold and stole the gold from the leprosy people, and then using it to rebuild it, making their town better and better. But basically, they murdered people for their own means, just because they didn't want to share the same area with people with leprosy. Which, fun fact, many people believe back then the leprosy was actually contagious, and it actually is not. You can't catch leprosy. Also, most people are immune to leprosy. Actually, 99% of people are immune to it. Just 1% isn't, and that's the people who get it. So, what was I going to say? So anyways, so basically, in 100 years ago, the fog starts rolling in, and on the night this also happened, on the night this actually happened, it also was a fog. But on the night Antonio Bay is celebrating the 100th year anniversary, a fog starts rolling in, and people start dying. And what happened was that they had vowed, the people of the leprosy colony, I guess with their dying breaths, vowed that they would come back to seek their revenge on Antonio Bay in the fog. And the fog come back, and their actual corpses, or I guess zombies, we want to call it, revenge ghost zombies, are coming back, and they're killing people who are descendants of everyone. And basically, how could you stop a fog coming into your house and killing you? You literally can't, and that's the problem. Like, the fog is literally everywhere. And one of my brilliant, this movie stars Jamie Lee Curtis, which is obviously anything with Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter is automatic gold. I've never seen any movie with Jamie Lee Curtis and John Carpenter that wasn't really that bad. Was really bad. You could tell me anything else. You could tell me H2O sucked. I probably wouldn't believe you. I thought H2O was pretty good. You could tell me Resurrection sucked. I don't think that was bad either. I think it was called Resurrection? Yeah, Resurrection. What's it called? So anyways, they end up going in through this entire thing. I love this movie because it actually is also a message of, you know, forgiveness, and maybe sometimes forgiveness can always not be given, because the leader of the church is actually the descendant of the guy who really got all the other people in the town to disagree to basically killing these people and stealing their shit. And actually some of the gold that they had stolen is still in the church, because they have a solid gold cross made from the gold that was used for the church. That was used from the gold that they stole from them. And in a brilliant scene towards the end of the film, they're all stuck inside the church with all the fog coming down and the ghosts, revenge zombies, whatever they're called, walking towards them. And he finally just like, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry on behalf of my grandfather for what he did. Here is the gold that was taken from you. Please just go in peace. We don't want you to be killed. We don't want any harm done. And they just, what happened is the leader of the ghost zombies, the original leader, and the guy grabs it, and like electricity thing happens, and they both getting shocked, and they grab the what's it called? Someone grabs the fucking priest right before he could die, and the fog ends up dissipating, they end up disappearing. So we think. And then later on, towards like 5 minutes after that, there's a scene where the priest is locking up the church for the night, you could say, and then the fog starts rolling back into the place, and you see the ghosts, demons, whatever, revenge ghosts in the pews, and they're coming back, and they're all behind him, and like you see, the last thing you see before the movie ends is him turning back, and the leader of the people stabs him up with a hook in the jaw, and that was the end of the film. And the ending basically was forgiveness can be given, but it's too late for forgiveness. We need to kill you now. But even then, like, he didn't do anything, which was like pissed me off in the movie, because he's not responsible for what his grandfather did. Then again, I guess the sins of the father, the sins of the son, so the sins of the would that make the sins of the father's son the sins of the father's son? Even that would make me weird, because that's like a Bible verse, but even then I'm like... Anyways, it was like, forgiveness can't be given after all this long. You've killed us for no apparent reason because your people were fucking greedy, and that's what we're gonna kill you. Now, I don't know about the rest of the people in the town after that. There was another Fog 2. They remade the movie The Fog in 2005, which is actually not a bad movie. It's still pretty good. It's one of those good remakes. They changed a little bit of it, but it's not terribly bad. I would just give it an okay rating. If I had to give it the remake an okay rating, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. If I had to give this movie an okay rating, I'd give it an 8.5. Honestly, it's a completely underrated movie. It is not given the most credit it deserves, and it's not very well known either. Probably because it's released a year before Halloween 2 and a year right after Halloween 1. Which is, I think Halloween 1 was released in 1979. Mistaken. I could check real quick. I think it was 1979. I could be wrong. Wrong. Okay, so Halloween was released in 1978. The first one. Star Wars released in 1979. My bad, folks. My bad. So, anyways, that's basically the Fog by John Carpenter. It was a 1980 film. Definitely go give it a watch. It's really good. It gives you that classic 80s feel. It kind of reminds me of I don't know, any pirate-esque horror film or anything like that. Any movie like that has to do with the ocean, it really reminds me of that. It really gives me that kind of vibe. I honestly think you should go watch it. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely go recommend watching it. Plus, that's Jamie Lee Curtis, who's like an amazing actress anyway. So, go see it. Go watch it. You can watch it on demand. I rent it for like $8, I think. or buy it for $8 or $9, something like that. So y'all have a good day. Good night. I will see you next Wednesday for Assassin's Creed. My next Assassin's Creed walkthrough. You have at around 5 o'clock, around that time. Y'all have a good day. Peace. Our Gyro Reviews is out now. Bye.